We can even do that, too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show, too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
That time of year again. You found that perfect gift. Now how to ship it? Well, Just Ship is the answer. Just Ship has a flat rate for package ship and curbside pickup with convenient weekend hours. Plus, even gift wrapping is available. Right now until December 16th, Just Ship will have free pickup or 15% off your total shipping cost. Shop small, ship small. Just Ship is located across from Yandles Building Supply on North Magnolia. Call them at 352-234-3840.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Christmas in 2020 sure looks different than it has in years past.
I'm Crystal, and it's fair to say this year has been like no other for the healthcare and the whole community.
We want to thank our frontline staff who continue to care for our residents every day.
And thanks to the family members who have been unable to visit for so long.
We wish each and every one of you a blessed holiday season. Merry Christmas from Palm Garden.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back as we wrap up a Wednesday edition of Ocala Talks, a Christmas Wednesday, 2 days before the Christmas holidays. We will be here tomorrow with a full show of 3 hours. We'll not be here Friday. Friday, you'll have a national broadcasting as we spend Christmas Day with our families. We were talking about weird things in nature on Weird News Wednesday that happened in 2020. Remember when the minks got infected with a strain of COVID-19 over there in Denmark? And Denmark produces 40% of the world's mink, but they culled the entire herd. They put them all to death to try to start again because of human cases that were tied to mink infected with the mutated strain of the novel coronavirus. But what freaked a lot of people out with that was with the way they did it, they had to bury all these minks. You know, they had thousands of minks. Well, the creatures were buried only in shallow graves. So as gases arose in the animals as they passed away and they got bloated and all, they were just underneath the surface of the ground. So their bodies expanded, and some of the minks pushed up out of the ground like they had come back from the dead. That would, you sit in the field and all of a sudden here comes a mink rising up out of the ground. Ooh, that freaked me out. Well, that was one of the weird things in Denmark. I saw this story back in November, and I laughed at it when it was on the news, and I thought that'll probably make somebody's list of funny stories for the year. And sure enough, here it is. Shed Aquarium, it was forced to close amid the pandemic in Chicago. Well, the staff decided to have a little fun with it, and they made quite a few videos of that they put on Twitter, and they had penguins. They let penguins out of their exhibit and let them walk around the aquarium and check out other exhibits as they were looking through the glass, like the penguins were the guests of the aquarium and visited them. They even took them on a trip to Soldier Field in New York in November to let them walk around the home of the Chicago Bears. But I thought that was hilarious. I saw those videos of the penguins. they're just walking around, chilling at the aquarium, walking around looking at the other exhibits like, oh, look, there's a puffer fish, and oh, look, the seahorses. Oh, electric eel. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, there's a shark. Get away from that. He'll eat us. Get away from that. So, you know, I just thought it was a good, funny story, and I thought to myself when I saw it, that'll make a list somewhere. And sure enough, as I was putting this together this morning, there it was. The penguins roaming free at Shedd Aquarium in Chicago. We talked about this story last week, and it made the list of top weird stories in nature. We talked about it last week. The koala bear in Australia, the McCormick family that found the creature tangled in lights and plastic branches on their Christmas tree. They called the Adelaide Hills Koala Rescue, and at first the hotline operator thought it was a prank call. But no, a koala desperate to get the Christmas spirit had wandered into the McCormick house and decided it wanted to hang out in the Christmas tree. So, talked about that last week. A koala decided to just take up residence in the local people's Christmas tree. I don't know what a lanternfly is. I don't know what a spotted lanternfly is. But it caused a shutdown, a quarantine, if you will, that wasn't COVID-related. In August, the New Jersey Department of Agriculture and Rutgers Cooperative Extension offices across New Jersey received reports of people seeing the spotted lanternfly. It's no threat to humans or animals, but it's known to feed on 70 different types of plants and trees. Multiple New Jersey counties went under quarantine. Residents across the state were asked to do their part in combating the spread of the invasive species by eliminating the bug wherever possible. Yes, kill that bug. I don't even know what a spotted lanternfly looks like, but it caused quarantine for counties in New Jersey because it does eat and kill 70 different plants and trees, and it is an invasive species that, isn't supposed to be roaming around. Speaking of roaming around, the streets of Llandudno, Wales, usually filled with tourists and locals, saw a herd of mountain goats roaming freely. With people in the village and all of Britain told to stay home and slow the spread of coronavirus, the goats were able to get a little closer than normal and explore. They were eating leaves and bushes in the town. I mean, nobody's walking around the streets. Nobody's enjoying the leaves and bushes. Why not let the goats come in and have a little lunch? Well, that's what the goats did. They came into town and were eating leaves and bushes all over the town square, causing a lot of damage to the town square. But it was because nobody was out and about in the streets. COVID had locked down the town, so the goats came out of the mountains and decided to feast on the bushes and the flowers and the plant life on the downtown square. When you see a picture of it, when you Google goats take over UK City, there's a herd of about 45 goats come down out of the from around the area, come into the town square, eating up all the foliage. And finally, I'm a big fan of lions. I'm a Leo, my astrological sign. Just a big fan of the lion breed. And so when I saw this story, I thought, well, good for them. Human traffic again because of COVID has stopped people from visiting South Africa's Kruger National Park. And that left an ability for lions to do something that they don't usually do. Now, typically they roam the paved roads of this park at night when it's closed to guests. But a communications and marketing manager at the park told USA Today the animals realize there's not been a lot of traffic in here since the lockdown, so they've taken advantage of the newfound space. And there's a picture that USA Today put out of this, a pride of lions laying on a warmed paved road napping. Because that's what you want to see as you're driving down the road. Nothing to see here. Holy shnikes, look at there. There's a whole pride of lions laying in the road. Well, that happened at South Africa's Kruger National Park as a group of pride of lions, about 21 lions were in the group, just laying in the paved road, sunning themselves, sleeping because they could. See, COVID's not only affected how we live, it's affected how nature lives. Goats coming into town, eating the foliage because nobody's in the town to scare them off. Lions just lounging around in the middle of roadways and national parks saying, yeah, no cars are coming down the road. I'll just lay here and sun myself, grab a little shut-eye or something. That happens, you know. You don't think about the effects of COVID has on nature. I mean, think about that, an entire mink population put to death because they had contracted COVID. So Finland, which produces 40% of the world's 40% of the world's mink, put the entire mink herd, culled the entire herd, buried them in shallow graves, and then when the gases and all as they decomposed, they started to expand. Looked like the minks were raising up out of the dead. That'd be a scary situation to just be sitting in a field and sitting there, and all of a sudden these minks start popping up out of the ground like whack-a-mole. You know what I mean? Like a game whack-a-mole. What do? You just run around and start kicking the minks? You just putting the boots to them. Well, they're dead already, folks. What are you accomplishing with that? So when you think about COVID, you don't think about how sometimes nature is affected as well. And, you know, not in a bad way sometimes. These lions don't get to take advantage of that nice warm pavement during the day because cars are coming down the road. Well, not now because the park's closed to visitors because of COVID. So they can take advantage of that nice warm road to take a siesta like they were doing in the picture that's in USA Today. Funny nature situations. And some not so funny. The murder hornets not really taking over America like they thought they would, but they're still, you know, kill about 12 people annually in Asia. So it's a dangerous bug. Real quick before we go, Miami Beach is only a drive away, and you could win a stay in Miami Beach and a tank full of gas, but you can only win if you call and give us your name and phone number. Call 352-732-8000. It's 352-732-8000. Leave us your name and phone number. Paradise, Miami Beach. It's only a drive away from your good folks here at WOCA, The Source. That wraps up today's show. Thanks to all my guests. We'll be back here same time tomorrow. Have a good Wednesday, folks.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
To say President Trump thinks the average American got gypped on the coronavirus relief package, that would be an understatement.
It really is a disgrace. It's called the COVID relief bill, but it has almost nothing to do with COVID. I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple.
Lawmakers are being sent back to Washington to get it right. Dubai announced the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine had arrived in the city Tuesday and would be administered free of charge in a vaccine drive starting Wednesday. The vaccine was given emergency approval by the Ministry of Health of the United Arab Emirates. The UAE Fatwa Council, which makes religious rulings, decreed that it was permissible to take the vaccine and other medical remedies that use un-Islamic components. USA Radio News.
We've all heard it. Eat healthy. But what does eating healthy mean? Sure, there are countless diets out there, but they contradict each other. Yet all experts agree we should eat a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. Whole fruits and vegetables are the perfect fuel to power the cells in your body, giving you the stamina you need to handle your day-to-day activities. And that's what Balance of Nature is. Whole fruits and vegetables delivered to you in a convenient capsule form for only 22 cents a serving. Our proprietary blend has no additives or fillers, just the full nutritional value of a variety of 31 different fruits and vegetables. Balance of Nature provides you with a natural energy boost without a caffeine crash, a 3 o'clock slump, or an early bedtime. Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself by going to balanceofnature.com or by calling 1-800-2468-751 and use discount code USA.
It didn't take long for President-elect Biden to politely snap at reporters questioning his son's alleged illegal activities discovered on Hunter's laptop computer.
President-elect Joe Biden lashed out at a reporter on Tuesday who asked whether he still believes that allegations about his son were the product of Russian disinformation, as he claimed before the election.
Yes. God love you, man. You're a one-horse pony, I tell you. Thank you. I promise you my Justice Department will be totally on its own, making its judgments about how they should proceed.
Biden's comments directed at Fox News anchor Peter Doocy. From the USA Radio News Phoenix Bureau, I'm Tim Berg.
The laptop was forfeited when Hunter Biden did not pay an $80 repair fee. The NFL will play games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. Friday, the Minnesota Vikings will be in the Big Easy and play the Saints, 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox, NFL Network, and Amazon. This is USA Radio News.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines. 800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
If you think the coronavirus spending bill to help hurting Americans is a bad deal, you're not alone. USA Radio News' Dan Araki has more.
President Trump has told Congress that he wants an amended COVID relief bill without more than $1 trillion in spending that he says has nothing to do with COVID. The spending bill that passed both houses on Monday night contains billions in discretionary spending along with provisions for coronavirus stimulus, funding for vaccine distribution, and direct payments to Americans. The president is finding support for this move with some members of Congress. Arizona Representative Andy Biggs called the bill the worst thing they could have passed. He told Fox News that the president should veto it because it contains a number of measures that would not have passed if they were brought to the floor on their own.
This bill is so bad. They added 60 separate bills into this massive package. I mean, think about that. I mean, these are bills that couldn't get passed on their own, and they threw those in. And so this bill should be vetoed, and I'm hoping it will be.
From the USA Radio News Ohio Bureau, I'm Dan Naraki.
Lawmakers had about 6 hours to study the 5,600-page proposal before voting on the measure. More residents exited New York State over the last year than any other state and could cost them a congressional seat, according to estimates released by the U.S. Census Bureau on Tuesday. Some 126,000 people bailed on the Empire State between July 2019 and July 2020. New York has been losing locals since 2016, but the most recent drop was significantly larger in recent years. Also taking population hits were Hawaii and West Virginia. For USA Radio News, I'm Lance Pry.
Private pilot's license for Christmas. Only a private pilot's license will do. Don't want anything else. So dinky tinker toy. I want a pilot's license is to play with and enjoy. I want to learn to fly an airplane for Christmas. I don't think Santa Claus will mind me. Do you? He thinks it's a great idea. He won't have to use a dirty chimney flue.
Brad, how'd you get in here?
Oh, hey, Dan.
I'm just working on the new commercial.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to make sure that people knew that the best Christmas present was getting their pilot's license.
And not a hippopotamuses?
Well, I thought it was a good idea.
So you thought it was a good idea to butcher a Christmas classic?
Well, not exactly.
Yeah, let's just tell them to go to Ocala Aviation.
Because getting your pilot's license
is the best present ever. Christmas.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
WOCA.
Ocala.